Check the rankings of these two dudes, so I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be looking at here, but it should be a lot of fun. Anyway, starting down at the bottom left-hand side of Daybreak is our red Zerg, Yurick. Hope I'm saying that right. And from the Terran side, up in the top right in the green, we've got DangerAI. Is AI a team? I know they're a foreign team. There's a foreign team called Alien Invasion that has Cytoplasm and a couple of other dudes on it. But yeah, Daybreak, pretty cool map. You often see people do pretty quick expands on both of these races. Of course, a Zerg will want to grab that quick expansion with a quick hatch, and Terrans will sometimes take a very quick command center down there. But I'm assuming, given that these guys want to try and play it safe for the moment, that we'll see just a standard sort of, maybe at least a 1-Rax expand from our DangerAI over here. And it looks as if, what's he doing? I think he's just scouting out. Yeah, be weird to try and do something with that drone very early. But yeah, Yurick is probably going to take the quick hatch and just sort of follow it up with sort of some standard stuff. If anyone has, if anyone's able to like really quickly see what rank these guys are, so I can sort of ascertain what we're looking at, that would be awesome. But he's up to 15 drones. We'll see if he's going to put a pull down, maybe grab a quick pull, or just get up to 16 and then get a hatch. Looks like we're going to head up, grab the 15 hatch. Setting out here is Yurick. Got the Overlord out here to scout. Of course, you want to make sure you can see if there's any sort of shenanigans with a bunker going on. And in fact, his drone does get inside and puts a couple of hits on... Wait, does he? No, he doesn't actually put any hits on the SCV that was building the racks, but he does get through and sees that there are no gas taken just as of yet, so looking like it'll be a quick expand here from Danger. And in fact, the drone comes along, may be able to get a few more hits on this SCV that's building the supply depot. He's sort of just missing the range there, and now he's going to head back inside the main, back up to the mineral line, grabbing the gas there very quickly. Nice job there from Yurick. Meanwhile, on Yurick's side, the expansion, halfway done. Scouting SCV just coming across, going to have a quick look at what's going on. Is he going to? Yes, he is going to see that that is there. Going to then head inside and see where the pool is at, how much gas has been mined. That's what you want to try and have a quick look at when you're inside the main base, and then head out, because of course lings and other things, dangerous things, will be on the way. Thank you. Alright, so Yurick's diamond, and AI is plat. And Yurick being very clever here, taking the extractor. Of course, you want to try and get those marines as close as possible so they get the best time to actually shoot down the drone before it can replant the extractor. Is Yurick going to cancel and try again? Yes, he does, but the drone does not escape. See, if the marines are over at this spot here, when the drone cancels and then exits, it'll normally sort of come out on, you can try and force it out on the other side, and you may be able to get away or plant it again. So I did like how Danger put his marines right next to the extractor there and was able to kill that pretty quickly. Of course, another thing about doing the extractor steal is that, you know, the gas steal, is that there's a certain point where it actually becomes a little bit, where it's not as viable, because you start sort of losing more than you're actually gaining. Of course, when you're in there, you can see you stop your Terran opponent from taking his gas, and actually sort of you can sort of slow down certain types of tech. In this case, though, when your opponent's gone for a 1-Rax expand, it's not actually that much of a deal, considering that he's just they take the gas a lot later anyway. They need to get a couple of extra racks up. They also get you know, a bunker at the front and that sort of thing. And as we can see, the gas comes a lot later. So just something to consider when trying to steal some gas. It looks as if the Lings are going to try and run by here. They do. It'll be interesting to see how much damage they get done. Taking down one of the SCVs. They might get a second, maybe even a third. No, not going to get a third. Marines just having a day off. They're heading back and then getting back and killing the leftover Ling that was there, and then heading back to the bunker. So good defense there. Did lose 2 of those SCVs, so I don't know, you know, if that's going to have a big effect on the game, but it's something that's a little bit fun to have a look at. Of course, as we said, this is the Gold, Platinum and Diamond SC2C.com tournament, where the winner of the actual tournament gets, I believe it's $10. You also get some Grandmaster coaching. and then I think it's the top 8 get to go into the Masters Cup, something along those lines. So you never know, we may see some of these guys get a little bit cheesy with what they're doing, but I'll be really happy to see if we get some good macro games out of this. And it looks as if Danger's just going to be grabbing a 3rd gas here. He does have 2 extra racks in the main base, so he's got a total of 3, factory on the way, and we got a few Lings actually trying to just bust inside. Not really being on the ball there is Danger, so he loses quite a few SCVs there. The Lings trying to get some more kills. They're getting one last one there, sizing down the SCV count. In fact, unfortunately didn't actually go for the mules, which would have been quite nice as well, but he did get a few SCVs, bringing the total kills to 7, which is actually quite nice. So he's done a good job of picking that up. We'll probably see a starport go down from Danger now. 14 drones on the way for Yurick, so he's being very, very nice, and he's being very selective with when he's droning up, and done a good job there while he's doing some harassment inside the natural expand of Danger. He's droning up behind all of that and bringing his drone count to 51 against the 32 of Danger. So that's already looking a little bit ugly there, but you know, of course, a Zerg is always going to be pretty quick with getting that sort of thing done. Hang on, I'm going to turn the scene switcher off because that's actually really annoying, because I sometimes need to switch around. Hang on. Alright, should be alright now. And yeah, here we go. So it is going to be a starport jumping onto the reactor here. So a couple of medevacs going to be on the way. We'll probably see Danger perhaps move out. Maybe look to go and see if he can do some damage at the 3rd, or perhaps into the natural along with a couple of drops perhaps. Would like to see that sort of thing, but Yurick being very nicely timed here. Got his Baneling Nest already done. Infestation Pit is also on the way, so he's getting that pretty quickly there as well. And Baneling Speed is also going to be on the way. So he does need to transfer some of these drones. He's actually got way too many here. Could transfer almost an entire line of these drones across, perhaps you know, send some of them down to the natural, a few of them across to the 3rd as well. But he is hitting those injects quite nicely. Got a Evolute 2 EVO chambers at the front, making sure that he can sort of restrict some of this space, and just a few Banelings morphing in, you know, just a few. That's a total of 26. Making sure he's in a good position here, because Danger is now on the warpath. Stim has been completed. There are 2 medevacs just about to pop out. We got 1, we got an extra 2 also on the way. Why they rallied there, I'm not sure why they rallied here, but he is supply blocked for the moment, so this will be a very interesting attack, because he's got 2 supply depots on the way, and Become the Baneling's going to need to see some good splitting here, running away from that massive amount of Banelings that was ready by Yurick. In fact, Yurick can probably, does he have? No, he doesn't have Burrow just yet. That would be quite nice to see a burrowed Baneling hit, but he's not going to get that done. Researching melee weapons and carapace is Yurick, and his opponent getting a few more bio units out. We got a couple of those medevacs, and also some Marines and Marauders. A extra factory is coming up behind this. So the tank count very, very low at the moment for Danger, and in fact this is going to be perhaps to his detriment here. The Banelings now streaming in through the back, trying to catch out some of these units, and they do catch them out. Good split, good attempt at the split there from Danger, but he gets caught out and put into a dead end here. So the Lings now just streaming in, and I think this is going to be at least the end of any sort of attempt to move out on the map, and it could seal the fate of Danger now that he's lost all of those units. He's down to 84 supply. Lings are going to perhaps come knocking at the door if Yurick desires. He can certainly switch some of those into Banelings as well. That could be just a way to bust through. But now with the tank up on the high ground, some more medevacs out, which will certainly help. But yeah, actually Yurick is kicking it into overdrive here. We've got more Lings streaming across the map. He's going to be morphing in a few Banelings here to bust down the wall. And then he's also getting a 4th base behind all of this, and +1 to weapons and carapace just about to hit, which means that the Banelings were actually last one siege tank hit. And in fact, is there a second? There you go, so he is rolling in. You got the Banelings just finally getting in there. The bunker does go down. There are so many Lings in this little pit of doom, and they actually get just hacked apart there. We've got two tanks, one across to the right, one across at the top, and Yurick does not really get too much value for money there. I'd say that was not the best attack. His Banelings went in just a little bit late. His Lings then got funneled into this tiny position here and went into what was effectively a meat grinder of Terran bio units, with the Marines and Marauders all just saying hello boys, opening the door and just mowing them all down. So Yurick still with quite a lot of drones here. There's a little bit of an issue there, but he's got a little bit of energy here on the Queen. Going to hit those injects soon, hopefully, but I think he's a little bit worried about getting some more defense up. Got some Banelings morphing, Lings, and all sorts of things just picking up here at this fourth base, making sure this is all defended. What sort of map vision does he have? Is he going to see these medevacs approaching? He should. They'll probably turn up right about now. There they are. Floating through. Danger knows that he's been spotted, but does Yurick know? We'll jump into Yurick's cam. Here he is. What is he watching? Oh, he does know that they're there. He knows that they're there now, and the Lings and Banes coming back. Yurick up in the... he's going to need to get up into that top corner here. Does he have enough? But it looks like Danger is retreating to the side. He's going to pick up all those units and should be fine to head back home. Behind all of this, we need to see, where is his third? Yeah, there it is. There's the third orbital command. Picks that up, going to float that around. Got the armory just about to complete as well, so we can get more upgrades going. But he doesn't actually have... Oh, there it is. Okay, second eBay. I was about to say, where is that? It's over here. He's producing out of a total of 3 racks. I don't know, yeah, I was going to say, don't know if that's the perfect amount you need for this sort of situation, but he whacks down 3 more, so we're going to have a total of 6 racks of production here. The orbital command going to try and head down towards this expansion, but there is one Ling blocking it. Unfortunately, the commander of the orbital commander, the super command, whatever, is not bold enough to actually try and drop this down on the Ling. So this one tiny Ling, though you could probably just land the command center and squash it, is not going to be foiled just yet. And the SCVs, in fact, arrived, luring the Ling away, and looks as if the Ling is going to do a bit of damage here. So Yurick is going to have to face a bit of a Terran force pushing through the middle. There are quite a few medevacs here. Not really too many Marines. Like, I mean, that's what I was saying before. He didn't actually have too much production going. We've only got two reactors on any of these racks here, so he's got really a very little sort of Marine production. And now we'll have to see what Danger is going to do, because some infestors are out. He's going to have those able to put down some fungal growth, and we'll find out if that's going to be the weapon of choice here. I would certainly say it is. It's a bit of a confined position for Danger, but he's slowly creeping along tanks. Here they go. He's now just switching through. Is he going to be able to get any sort of damage done? I don't know. He does take out most of the Banelings before they get too much damage done. Some of these Marines and the Marauders at the back still alive, but the tanks have been taken down, and that's the big factor here, because of course with that very low tank count, these Marines should be just food for those infestors here. Of course, you don't want to lose too many. Loses one, you may lose a second in fact, but there was a second attack, and finally some Lings coming through, cleaning up the rest of that attack, and that is going to be that for the moment. Another big force of units coming up, some medevacs being caught out by the fungal growth, but back at the third, looks as if that's all clean for now. There are still needs to perhaps put in a couple of SCVs into those refineries, but more and more units starting to come out. We need some add-ons here. Danger, come on, buddy. There we go. He heard me. Tech labs on both of those. Not sure about that. I think perhaps some reactors would have been a little bit nicer. He really needs to boost up this Marine count. He's sitting at a total of... he's got 39, which is a nice count, but I don't know. It just sort of seems like perhaps a few more at this sort of point in the game would be a little bit better. Yurick, meanwhile, 87 drones on the map. He's got 2-2 on his upgrades for these Lings and the Banes when they're around on the map, and cleaning up one of these drops quite easily there. The third base still looking good. We got some resources left at the natural. The main, meanwhile, has been mined out. Greater Spire is done. No corruptors on the map just yet. Oh, there they are. We got 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll learn to count one day, don't worry. So a couple of corruptors out on the map. Going to switch into Broodlords. There they are. We got 4 on the way, and 80 Lings. So it's going to be a bit of a Broodlord infestor and then Ling on the ground combination, or perhaps the Lings will be used for switching across and doing some harassment across to the side there. Yeah, exactly. As Yurick pointed out, you know, landing gear costs quite a lot. You don't want to just mess it up by getting a Zergling goo all over it when you land on one. But it looks like there is going to be a push here. Perhaps not the best idea for Danger. He does pull back. Some of these Marines are going to go down to the Broodlings, and there goes one of the first tanks in the firing line. There is no real counter for this. Danger has no Vikings out just at the moment, or he's got 2. He's just finally finished up 2 of them. But I think it may be a little bit too late here. There are so many Broodlords out. We got 10 on the map. This Bioforce, I'm not sure where they're going. They're on a highway to hell if I've ever seen one. And then the Bailings slowly rolling through, cleaning up everything there. Danger, Will Robertson, and that is going to be the end of DangerAI. I think he's trying to establish this 4th base down the bottom, but these guys just randomly positioned out here. This is not the good spot for them. I think he should just pick this all up and get out of there, because all this is going to go down. There are so many Lings out on the map, and 3-3 I think has just completed. Yeah, it has, and also Adrenal Glands is also on the way for those Lings, so Danger is going to have to get out of here because he really does not have too much to defend that position, and the Medivacs need to survive if he wants to have any hope of this Bioforce that's now moving through, keeping up with those Lings and everything on the ground. But there are quite a lot of Broodlords here. Nice little spine wall. We should probably see this start moving out here. A little bit of Queen energy going into those creep tumors would be nice here. Mr. Yurick, but he's busy getting all of his sorts of things done. Got a couple of injects on the way. There is a small attack, small little force here. At this point is just out of the open again. He's sort of just missing some of these timings there. And in fact, I'm not sure what these Medivacs are doing. Perhaps they were meant to be part of that attack force, but there are going to be some more Lings building there. 60 on the way. This attack force may look to try and drop inside the main, man. I mean, this main is very free. This is that stage of TVZ where the Zerg is going to be relying on these powerful Broodlords to sort of control their pushes and the tempo of the game, and he could really just drop in here and say hello. This is perhaps not the best idea. Yurick a little bit unprepared for that, a little bit slow on the fungals, but he does get them eventually, and that should be the end of most of these forces here for Danger. There he goes. Only Medivacs remain. In fact, a couple of Vikings as well. 2 Vikings is not going to make a big difference here, but the 4th base has been established. Is he going to be able to keep himself in this? I don't know. You guys in chat should probably mention if you think Danger can keep himself in this game. He's got 2 Thors out. Can it help a little bit? Of course, Thors not the greatest way to deal with the Broodlords, but they can certainly put a lot of hurt in if they can be covered on the ground. Of course, Ling's a little bit of a troublesome thing for Thors to deal with, but we've got there is an attack force up to the top left, going to take down the 5th base of Yurick. There it goes, going to just get rid of that quite quickly, and that actually brings back these Lings. I don't know if that's the best idea for Yurick. He could probably just get into a situation where he's just going to trade that base for the 4th of Danger, because Danger's sitting on a bank of 201,000 gas, whereas Yurick's got 4k, almost 3k. He's huge. He's in the money. If you ever wanted to use that term, he is in the money. And he's in fact going to take this base down to the side. The 5th is going to be re-established. The Broodlords going to drop down some Broodlings on top of this planetary fortress. The Mules and SCVs trying to get the best surface area they can to repair it. Perhaps not the best expenditure of resources or time here, but one thing that has happened is that there are now quite a lot of Vikings out. Medivacs as well being covered by the Vikings, and here we go. So these guys, if they can get into position, perhaps take down some of these Broodlords, he may be able to swing things around a bit. I think he needs to just sort of abandon all hope of this planetary surviving, because there are so many Broodlords, but they are now being assaulted by the Vikings off to the side. But now he's pulling back. I'm not sure what the plan is here, but Yurick has got some good defense. A lot of Banelings. Here he goes. He's going to roll through. In fact, Thor's going to take some of the damage there, but the rest of the Bioforce is also being annihilated, and in fact, Thor's going down. Thor's going down to Banelings. Not every day you see that. More Broodlords being moved into battle here, and there are quite a lot of Vikings now. 11 Vikings, so he should be able to take these out, but the Planetary, a little bit too late there. Loses the Planetary. The Vikings take care of the Broodlords though, and this is perhaps, you know, things looking a little bit interesting. And I mean, Yurick has now decided it's time to boost up that drone count. He's got 18 drones on the way. Not sure if you need that many at the moment, because he's just about to lose saturation on the natural here. But the Ultralisks are also in production, 8 of them. He's got 8 Ultralisks, and now some Broodlords getting a little bit adventurous. I don't know if this is the best idea. He should know that there is a massive fleet of Vikings out of the map, and here we go. They are being absolutely annihilated. There go the Broodlords, not actually getting too much damage done, just a couple of supply depots there, and there they go. So things are, I don't know, you're getting perhaps just a little bit distracted by what's going on with all those units out on the map. I do like the Ultralisk switch though, that's quite nice. What that means is that this big fleet of Vikings that were out on the map, in a way, kind of useless, and in fact with good upgrades, oh, I don't know. There goes some of those Ultras, finally some Fungals coming into the mix. At the back there are those Infestors. The Vikings now floating across saying, guys, I can't shoot down at the ground, perhaps I should, if only I had some sort of mode where I could switch into a little mech warrior on the ground. Is he going to use it? Please use it, Danger. Someone needs to use that ability. But no, just going to float in. And the upgrades for Danger currently sitting at 3-3, so those very deadly Marines, when they've got their 3-3 up, combat shield, stim, and a few medevacs to hold them up. Is the production ability of Yurick going to be able to survive this attack? I don't know. But here he is. He's get those Marauders out of there, man. Come on. He's going to leave there. No. But more units now coming up. I like this little attack force. This reminds me of a certain player going by the name of MMA who likes to just sort of send little squads around to just say, you know, what's going on over here? He's going to drop into this fifth base up the top. He should be able to, in fact, kill this off because there's only 2 spines and a queen here. And he does get rid of one of the spines, one of the queens, and then should be able to get rid of the spine. There he goes. If he can get rid of this hatch, he's putting himself in a nice position because this bottom base has been re-established. We've got 6,000 mules sitting here that are mining out that position pretty quickly. His third base still got a little bit of minerals left. I do like his resource allocation at the moment, but of course the natural and the main are quite dry. And just, you know, a few more racks certainly wouldn't go astray here. I just feel like he's sort of limiting his potential. Now with 3-3, this Bioforce is going to be able to stomp all over everything that Yurick brings to the fray, but especially when there are Ultralisks out, because of course, as everyone knows, if you want to lose a game, the best way to do it is to build some Ultralisks. But maybe he needs to drop these Vikings down. I would really like to see that, but here comes Yurick trying to come back to defend. A good fungal growth there. Lings now coming in, and they are going to be able to trying to get a good camera angle. There it is. Stomping down on some of those bio units here, but the Marauder's so tanky. Look at that. Able to hold back against all of that. Ultra's finally coming in, and they should be able to clean up this attack force, though. I think that's going to be a good little win there for Yurick, but with his supply very invested in all of these Ultralisks, he's got 8 of them out on the map at the moment. Is it going to be enough to actually push back? Now, Danger needs to get some more Marauders out. The good thing that he got all those tech labs at the start, because he could actually really utilize the Marauder production right about now, because of course those guys do bonus damage to the Ultralisk. Speaking of which, here is that Planetary Fortress Reborn, a bit of a Phoenix action here. He's going to survive for a small moment, takes down one of the Ultras. He's got 1 kill. He's not going to be able to survive too long. The SCVs are actually being caught out here, and that will be the end of that base. So more racks, finally, there they are, being constructed here by Danger. Perhaps a little bit too late there, but I suppose I've said that before. And back up at the top left, this base being removed yet again, and more Infestors are going to be lost here. So Yurick is just losing bases and sort of trading these positions here, and in fact going to lose some of these Infestors. A lot of them have energy and loses them all. Base is going to go down. Probably would really want to try and evacuate as many of those bio units as he can. He's done the damage he needed to do. Just needs to head back home and rally some units together, because you don't want to underestimate the Ultras. While of course we said it's a good way to lose the game, you don't want to just say, alright, you know, they're Ultralists, I don't actually need to build anything. So just looking at the worker count here, not a huge fan of the 21 SCVs for Danger. Of course, that has arisen from the fact that he's lost so many of them in the attacks down at the 4th base, but he doesn't actually have any backup orbital commands, which would have been really nice here. And here we go, the Ultras now being shredded up, sort of. Of course, they are Ultras. They've got 6 armor, which is a bit of a joke, but you know, who really cares? 3 hatcheries in production. Your Marines tickle, says Yurick. A bit of chat here, and in fact, they certainly do. Look at that. These guys just taking nothing. They're taking nothing at all. And down drop the Vikings finally, trying to do what he can to clear out the rest of the Ultralists, but it is not going to be enough. Hatcheries being established all over the map for Yurick. He's finally getting things back in control. He's going to take out this orbital, and that is going to be the end of, I would say, this time. I think that's attempt number 3. That is going to be the end of DangerAI. He's going to lose these extra few racks that he built, and the production of Yurick is going to go out of control here. GG, well played. So, good stuff there from Yurick in the end. Did look a little bit worrying at one point, but, you know,